Hello guys, Zennosh here and welcome to Exos Heroes, and today in this video it's time to review our Fate Bernadette yet again. Why? Because this hottie waifu is going to receive her core reverse upgrade tomorrow Monday, and let's see if her new skill sets are going to be helpful in the current meta contents or not, because so far she has been considered as a trash unit. Anyways, let's get this started. Looking into her artworks, it definitely looks pretty hot, definitely a waifu material in my opinion, right? And well, look into her nickname, Melting Ice Bernadette, and you know what really melted. Okay, the period after maintenance, that's going to be tomorrow, Monday, May 3rd, until May 10th, 1:59 UTC time. So her banner is going to last for a total of 1 week. Main hero, you can recruit hero plus Fate core with higher probability than the premium recruitment. As is a black Fate core hero unit, she is going to drop at 0.7% chance from her own banner, and you can get her for free after 19 multi summons from her banner. Alright, so that's going to be it. Now let's look into the skill changes. Let's see what has been changed in her passive skill effect. Sparkling Water has been added on her passive skill, and her passive skill is known as the Mana Utilization 3. Thus, she is a wizard. Okay, so as a wizard, increases attack based on the allies' mana count. More the mana count in the team, definitely more the damage is going to be dealing to the opponents out there. Gains mana 1 mana if the allies' mana count is at 10 or more on own turn. Gains mana 1 mana if the enemy's mana count is at 10 or more on own turn. Pretty easy to fulfill, and this is the reason why the wizards are so good at gaining a lot of mana so fast. Oh my god. Alright, and also thanks to her second active skill, which has the burst effect, she will be able to take full advantage out of it. Next is going to be the Dragon Knight Blessing and the Head Dragon Knight. Alright, these two skills are definitely PvE content structured. It's going to be a really great help in the Holy Dragon Grants when you are going to defeat the, or let's say to score a lot of points against the dragon. Okay, especially in those days when the dragon is going to equip the Frost Elemental Guardian Stone. Yes, in those days our Fate Bernadette is going to be really great help, because this overtime effect right over here decreases the enhanced Dragon Fang effect used by the Frost Element Dragon of Order by 20%. So that's going to be it. Alright, and now there's this another skill effect out here known as the Flap Flap. If the caster has a removable buff, recovery, positive effects applied from an ally, its valid attack afflicts the target with modification for 3 turns. It can be quite helpful in the Japanese turn battles if you are going to pair her up, or let's say team her up with those first guardian units, like let's say Fate Core Magi or let's say Fate Core John. In that case, even the rat damage will be allowing you guys to convert the opponents into those helpless ducklings for a total of 3 turns, and in those 3 turns the opponents will not be able to do anything at all. It's pretty much like like stun. Okay, so that's gonna be it. Next is gonna be the Summer's Blessing. Special, when the battle starts, grants frost damage immunity 1 time to all the allies. Pretty great. I mean, like, it can be quite helpful in order to fight against the team with Frost Elemental opponents, especially Fate Core Battery, and it had been a really great problem indeed until the Signature Force arrived. Okay, and thanks to Signature Force, it has been now balanced. Alright, but anyway, it's pretty good. But hey, thanks to the introduction of our Fate Core Schmid, things have changed a little bit as well, because whenever the immunity effect is triggered, Fate Core Schmid is going to penalize them with the decrease in attack and defense by up to 80%. That is massive, isn't it? Anyways, let's look into the buff effect out here. Increases the target's attack by 50% for 9 turns when the frost damage immunity effect is removed. So there's a attack boost out here, but usually you can see that most of the team out there is going to use the Fate Core Schmid, right? And thanks to this buff effect right over here, you can at least deal some considerable amount of damage to the Fate Core Schmid team, regardless you being applied with that heavy attack and defense penalty thanks to this frost damage immunity effect out here. Alright, so well, I would say it's pretty, like, well balanced for now. You can still like defeat the opponents, okay, thanks to this buff effect. Like counters a little bit to some extent that the effect of the Fate Core Schmid. Now finally, let's talk about this Sparkling Water, this new passive effect. Let's see what it can really do. Buff effect increases attack of all allies by 10% for 1 round at the start of round. It's a buff effect, so well, it can be removed by the mana observers out there, like let's say Fate Core Balish, Fate Core Valentina, and so on and on. Yes, these are the guys that can actually remove the buff right away. And guess what, guys? Increases attack of all allies by 10% for 1 round at the start of the round. That means like every round, you gotta have Fate Core Bernadette in order to refresh this buff effect. If your Fate Core Bernadette is gonna die in the process in the next round, you will not be enjoy this buff effect fasting fast, alright? And the second thing is that, like, in case somebody just removes the buff right away, worry not, as long as you have your Fate Core Bernadette alive in the team, she's gonna apply that buff yet again in the next round out there, provided that you have already taken care of those units who were responsible for stealing away the buff, or let's say taking away the buff out there, right? So yeah, that's gonna be it. And boost in 10% of attack is pretty good, considering like how blue Fate Core units just provide like 6%, about 6% of attack boost to the allies, right? And we are celebrating that one. And instead of 6%, it's about 10%. So I would say it's pretty good. Not really that bad, and not really that something to really sleep on, okay? But hey, we also need to consider other mechanics in the game. Like, let's say, which nation does it belong to? Because nation really do have a huge role in the game thanks to the signature force, okay? Yes, and the blue Fate Core buff as well. The nation units, or let's say, if you actually design a team, form a team around a particular nation, and at that time your team is definitely going to be able to take a superior advantage of all the things that is in effect out there, thanks to a lot of buff effects going on around. And definitely building the team around a particular nation is going to be a really great advantageous factor, and it's a must as well. And in that case, he belongs to the Northbound Frosty team under the Fate Core Shofrakan and Fate Core Valentina, who actually don't even need high amount of attack stats. Okay, what they really work out with is that they work out on with high signature force damage, first thing, and next thing is gonna be how to strip the mana of the opponent. If they can possibly strip the mana out of the opponent thanks to Fate Core Valentina, she can steal away all the mana, not steal away, I mean like she can rip off all the mana from the opponent out there, and then she will make sure that the opponent will not be able to receive any sort of mana for the next 10 turns, and that is a huge penalty for the opponent out there. And that is the way how you are going to defeat the opponent, because when it just comes to the basic attack, it doesn't really hurt you a lot, okay? Yeah, that's it. And that's how the Northbound Frosty team actually works, and they really don't require a high attack stat out there, okay? They are really into like stalling out the team, like making the opponent not have any kind of mana, so that they will not even hurt you at all. And in the long run, definitely you are going to take lead, and you are going to defeat the opponents out there. Fate Core Valentina being the ticking time bomb, and in that case, the attack boost actually doesn't make any sense at all. So according to so many players out there, 10% attack boost, really good, but wrong placement, okay? If it were to be applied on that Lenom team, or possibly even Greenland team, then that could have been much better. But hey, it's in the Northbound Frosty team, who actually don't even require a massive amount of attack stats boost, okay? So I would say not really that superb effect that has been added to Fate Core Bernadette, even though it really looks good on paper, but hey, not really that practical, okay? Now let's look into a fast active skill. It's pretty much the same, requires 1 mana, is still the same, and it's gonna deal like 300% damage to one enemy. So just like Jones, she's capable of nuking a single target out there, and thanks to 1 mana effect out here as well, definitely as it's a single target nuke, she will be able to deal some really good damage thanks to the signature force as well. Okay, and next is gonna be her second active skill, and it requires 3 mana and it's a burst effect, and thanks that she is a wizard, she is definitely going to have a lot of mana when it comes to be her turn. And guess what, guys, she's pretty slow unit as well, so definitely she's gonna go somewhere in the last in the turns out there in terms of like round series, okay? And well, she will be able to have a lot of mana when it's gonna be her turn, and she's definitely going to deal a lot of damage to the opponents out there. Summer Genius Frost Witch, there's a little bit of typo error right over here. Status effect has been added on the active skill. No, there's no status effect that has been added. It's pretty much the same. Deals 178% damage to all the enemies out there, and it's a burst effect. She's gonna be using any kind of extra mana that she has in order to deal even more damage. And now the main question is, you might be asking, should we be really summoning the Fate Core Bernadette or not? With this new skill effect right over here, it's really worth summoning, and I would say no, please save your cess, don't summon her. First thing first, she is a black Fate Core hero unit. There are a lot of amazing materials, like especially that black Fate Core, Fate Core recruit ticket, not black Fate Core recruit ticket, sorry about that. Fate Core recruit ticket that you can earn from the monthly season mission, from the core raid, from the quantum raid, and so many other events out there, you will be able to get Third Core Bernadette eventually, because it has a very high rate of giving away the black Third Core hero units. Okay, so on monthly basis you can actually use multiple units of those Third Core recruit tickets, and from that definitely you will be able to gain this character someday. And she's not someone that could actually break the game as of now. She's not gonna be a really great help for the current meta connons. There are better units out there that you might want to use in your team, you want to hire in your team, and she definitely does not feel the spot out there being a competitive unit. If you are going to use her in your team, definitely you are gonna feel a lot of compromises. Okay, so it's not gonna be a really that effective unit. So with that said and done, guys, I will say no, please save your cess. And there's another need for saving the cess as of now as well. Why? The first anniversary of the Exos series is coming real soon, and guess what, guys, usually most of the RPG games out there, they really do celebrate the first anniversary by providing some amazing hero banner, right? So, well, in that summon banner, you might actually want to spend all your cess into, and, well, maybe some kind of like OP unit might actually show up. And, well, at that time, you might actually want to spam your cess on those banners. So, yes, we are right now in the 2nd of May, all right? And the anniversary is on 27th or 28th of May. So, it's very near, guys. Just, like, about 3 weeks away, all right? So, you gotta prepare for that one as well. Anyways, that's it and done, guys. Let's look into our exclusive weapon chance increase banner right over here, and it kind of looks like a popsicle. Okay, Bernadette glowing candy bar, it says. And I will say it's not really a wise decision to spam your cess in for this kind of material out here. It doesn't provide really good extra effect. It just boosts your attack by 30 points and combat power by 3000 points, and that's all there is to it. Not much to really look into it, alright? It's pretty much like a scam, okay? There's not much that you can really expect out of it. Not much of the combat ability boost out there in the battlefield. So, yeah, not much of performance boost, and it pretty much requires you the same amount of cess that you are going to use in the normal hero banner out here. And it has the same drop rate as well, 0.7% chance, and 19 core mileage, which is totally bullshit. Anyways, don't really spend your cess on this one. And with that said, guys, I would say Third Core Bernadette, not really worth summoning. And if you have different insights and different views, let me know in the comment section below. If she is your waifu, then still I would say don't, okay? Because definitely one day, very soon, she's definitely gonna be yours, okay? So just have some patience, save your cess. And that's all I can say for today. And that's it and done. See you guys in the next video.